Well, this is just a fun song, so once it comes on, I just like doing it. Thought my little niece, who once again was taken away from her mama, and we don't see her as a family anymore, and that pisses me off because you took her from everybody. No, that bass, got that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, got that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, got that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, got that bass, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. I got that boom boom that all the boys chase. All the right junk in all the right places. You see the magazine, we'll get that Photoshop. We know that shit ain't real. Come on and make it stop. You got beauty, where's the money? Take me into you, this bird from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold the night. You know I won't be no stick figure silly all the time. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, boom boom. Put it back. Go ahead and tell them skinny bitches that I'm just playing. I know you think you're fat. I'm here to tell you every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top. Yeah, my mama, she told me don't worry about your size. She says boys like a little more booty to hold the night. You know I won't be no stick figure silly from all the time. So if that's what you're into, then go ahead and move along. Because you know I'm all about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, boom boom. That bass, it's for you already, huh? No trouble. I'm all about that bass, all about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass, boom boom boom. I need dancers when I do this. Listen, we have had. This was one of the last things I taught my little niece before we lost her to the foster care system because mommy wasn't obeying and a bunch of shit. Okay, wasn't just her mom, it was her daddy too. But it was an emergency situation to where the courts go in, sheriff comes, gets her, blah blah blah. That's why when you do drugs, watch who you hang out with, okay? You got enemies everywhere. Sometimes it's your family as well. But if you have your family member protecting that child, shut the fuck up and go do what you gotta do. Go get clean, okay? Because you are only hurting you. You're hurting everybody. I can't even tell you how much money I've fucking spent because somebody was stupid, okay? Nobody wants to give up their child, but when it's the best thing for them, and you have a family member extending their hand out for you so you can get yourself some help and stop bringing that child into a bunch of bullshit, give them a chance. Let your family help you, okay? I have money, but listen, I'd like to spend it on me, not the fucking government. as do all of the families out here. We want to stop putting money into this because we know they're not putting money back into you. It's about their livelihood. We know this, okay? Because let's talk about, we're going to function on that for a minute. If the government were to pay $1,500 a month per child, like they do the foster parent, there'd be a lot of families saved and put together and kept together. And I don't understand why we're paying strangers when half of the time it's a homelessness problem, it's drugs, and the drugs stem from a long line of homelessness, usually joblessness. Well, if you're gonna put them in foster care, at least give their parents the opportunity, same opportunity you're giving a stranger to that child. Because that child, and I assure you, based on my 5-year-old right now, all it took was one time for her to be taken traumatically from her mother, for her to go through, now she has anxiety, terrible anxiety, separation anxiety, and this kid, you'd have never seen that before, and that's bullshit. This is lifetime full of fucking trauma. Many nights that I am up at night comforting a child that wants answers, a child that wants a mom. She was old enough to know I wasn't her mother, and I'm not her mother, but I play the role as mommy, and every day she wants to know, can I call you mom? Well, that's because you go to school and you can't talk about your mom and dad. You're talking about your aunt, your uncle, whomever, a stranger. I like for one of these motherfuckers, and I'm sorry, I do not think that anybody in an office such as that should be able to hold a position unless they understand it. I feel the same way about counselors. You might hold a fucking degree, but unless you actually know what the fuck I went through, you sure as fuck don't know how to diagnose it. The same with these children. The judges and shit like that. We need people to monitor all of this shit. And that's what's wrong with our industry. Our industry. It's not. It is an industry. It's called a money laundering industry, and that's pretty much what it stems down to. They found a way to take our fucking money from us and giving people no choice. I've watched them bully. They tried bullying me. It didn't work though. I'm sure once one of them gets wind of this, they're gonna try again. But I really don't give a fuck. Come after me. I'm getting the message out there for the damage you have done to children that I have personally seen. And I want to make a difference. And I think it's about time that, especially the ones that hold these positions, I think it's about time that you broke it down, got real, and understand these cases that you're trying before you. It's a fucking docket number for you. And I'm sorry, I haven't met one person yet sitting next to a parent, even my own goddamn lawyer, who has adopted. Yeah, just not getting it, okay? It's a broken system. It's money, okay? They're not gonna have money if we don't keep feeding them. They're gonna keep you there. They're gonna keep these families there. They have no money. So look it up, Google it, okay? All of it. There's one thing that I do, I read until my brain is satisfied. And I still got a lot of reading to do, but I can tell you right now, we are fools. And it's time for everybody to wake up and do something better so we can have a great America again. We have a future. I don't know which one of you understands the fact that we're dumping these kids out if they're lucky enough to be adopted out. A lot of people are doing it for the money. I never once took $1 from the foster care system, and it's wrong for anybody to do it for money. I'm sorry. Yes, there's compensation, but there's got to be governing as well when it comes to it. And if you can place family together and they're not doing that as much as they used to, especially in areas that are rural and nobody's watching over them. A lot of shady shit goes on in this country, especially behind the judicial system. And you know what? Everybody needs to get your story out. This is the internet is out there. Your message can be heard. And if you hear this or see this, I want you to email me, comment, send me your email. I want your story. If you want to be a part of this movement and make a difference. I know there's lots of these movements out there that children who have been wronged, and listen, there's a little boy named Jaden Warner who's been forgotten by this system, and he deserves compensation from our government for all the inadequacies and failures that the foster care system and children and youth has done to him. He didn't deserve it. It was all there. And I'm sorry, you people are as at fault as much as the parents were.